but someone has level 245 on their battle pass or whatever. To
Oh
throw
yeah,
out some sharks.
that's why you pick the Kunkka these days. It is actually an extremely solid position for support. Roam around, toss out those thorns, get some good kills. All it takes is the know-how to make it work. And Sand King, either a support or an offlane, very variable pick. Actually, both these, all three of these first picks really are. Kind of go anywhere.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not. I think the Sand King ends up going offlane. I don't think you run a Kunkka Sand King as your support duo.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I
They're
would think
both
Sand King
heroes that kind of want to roam around, and you wouldn't have a lane support. So unless you're picking like a really strong safe laner that doesn't need help, like a lone druid or something.
I don't know, man. Sven is meta right now. You just toss that in the safe lane.
Dire
And Spirit
team
Breaker
battle.
roaming for red 5. I mean, maybe offlane, but most likely roaming. Spirit Breaker is one of those heroes where I feel like it's almost kind of all in on having to do well in the early game. If Spirit Breaker doesn't get those first kills, it feels like it's just too hard to snowball with him. He's
Radiant team battle.
maybe I'm wrong, but in my experience, he's bad at catching up. Like from what I've casted.
Yeah, I think it's more difficult as Spirit Breaker, especially one that's not like going to be
Dire
farming,
team battle.
to have an impact in the late game fights.
Radiant
Basically,
team
your job is to like try to find a way to like charge through as many enemies as possible so that you stun them, and then whichever target that you're focusing to try to throw your ult off. But that's a lot different when everything's all split up and you can just pick people out on the map and set up kills, ganks for your team. It's a lot easier early on.
5 seconds.
But I think it does change the way that your enemy plays when you have a Spirit Breaker. You always have to be aware of where he is on the map. As long as he does a good job of not showing, they'll need like really good wards to scout out his charges, and you have to be really careful. Like every time you're showing, you have to be aware that you could be getting charged.
It is true. And actually,
Dire team
Lifestealer or Morphling taken out. So looks like red 5 wants to be able to gank whatever safe lane they pick up. Morphling and Lifestealer notoriously hard to actually kill early game. Between Waveform and Rage and Morph, all that good stuff.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but Morphling, or I should say Lifestealer,
5 seconds
would have been an
remaining.
interesting pick for 5 red since obviously they have the Spirit Breaker.
Reserve time.
Yeah.
But obviously that doesn't seem to be the direction that they want to go here.
Yeah, and EA Ursa grabbed out single target, high physical damage by Freedom Fighters. Makes me wonder if maybe they're planning on picking somebody squishier as safe lane or mid.
Well, yeah, it's possible. I think Spirit Breaker and even Venge to some extent still kind of does really good single target. That's what they want to do, is pick out
Radiant
one
team picked.
hero and try to focus them down, get them out of position, charge them when they're not expecting it.
Yep. Well, there's your lane support. Rocking the Undying. Extremely solid support.
10 seconds remaining.
Wonder if they want to
5
run
seconds remaining.
an aggro tri-lane here. Something that always comes to mind when you see Undying.
Mm-hmm.
He's extremely strong when there's like 3 heroes for him to potentially decay.
If there were any hero that I would want in a tri-lane, or against a tri-lane, it would definitely be the Undying.
Dire
Good. And
team
then
battle.
there's the Tide Hunter off lane for red 5. Big team fight initiation. Every single one of their picks so far has some sort of like disable. So they aren't lacking in lockdown, even though Tides is on a pretty
10
substantial cooldown.
seconds remaining.
But
5
honestly,
seconds
neither is Freedom
remaining.
Fighters. They're all relatively tanky. They all have disable. Tombstone, one of the best team fight
Reserve time.
abilities in mid game, arguably.
Yeah, and with that, oh, and they go for a Lycan here.
Radiant
At least he can
team
run
gonna
away from
say-
Spirit Breaker.
I was gonna say I really was liking the aggro try for Freedom Fighters with the Tidehunter pick, because Sand King would do really well against him in a one-on-one.
Yep.
But no, I don't know how much I like it now with Lycan. The problem being that Kunkka doesn't have any way to set up a torrent at level 1 now. I was thinking if I had something like a Sven or some carry with the stun to set up the torrent. Right now they can just like disengage.
Yeah.
Unless Kunkka's like super good at predicting with his torrents. They'll still kind of do really well in lane, but the kill potential is a lot harder now.
All right, here's what I'm guessing.
So I don't think they go that way.
Lycan, God tier Wolf Micro, body blocks to keep him in the torrent. That's how they pulled it off.
Oh, whoops! I didn't have my open mic on.
Oh, rip.
Rip indeed.
It's okay. Nobody watches the drafts.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and a Weaver safe
Dire team
or
battle.
mid. It could honestly be either. I'm thinking mid. Like, is Weaver safe lane really that popular of a thing right now? At least more or less popular than mid.
I think so. I think it's
10 seconds remaining.
safe lane Weaver.
So you do think it's a safe lane?
Yeah, I don't particularly like Weaver mid.
He does sort of like the damage to dominate a lane early. I feel like it's probably pretty easy to deny him, stuff like that.
Ten seconds remaining.
Timbersaw, last ban from
5
Freedom Fighters.
seconds remaining.
That would be one thing that would be very effective at. Well,
Yeah, they have
They-
4 strength heroes
yeah,
right
that
now,
would
so
be devastating. Solid ban. And if the legendary loves is to be believed, Timbersaw mid is actually the most meta right now. So, you know, it would have been a really good pick. And Axe taken out.
Pick.
interesting. So they seem to think then that it would be a Kunkka mid,
Yeah,
I guess.
First picking your Kunkka mid, though, that's ballsy. But if you can trick everybody into thinking that it's going to be your
10
position 4, I
seconds
suppose it's okay. But last pick will definitely tell.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah, I expect it's both mids that are going to be last picked here. Unless there's like someone who's just really, really comfortable on Kunkka mid, I don't particularly like it in this situation.
10 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
I do think that this roaming Kunkka is
Sniper.
okay. That's almost certainly a mid
Dire
sniper.
team pick.
Good pick. He can be kind of gankable, but still, they have to pick something with a setup mid for Freedom Fighters if they want Kunkka to be able to reliably land the torrents.
10 seconds remaining.
So what do Freedom Fighters need here from their? They have
I kind of like OD.
pretty good team fight. They have some catch with the Kunkka.
Reserve
There's some
time.
lockdown with the Sand King. Lycan can hit buildings. It's pretty well rounded at the moment. The problem with OD is that Sniper just kind of shits all over him.
That's true.
But I mean, he would get a lot of value out of his ult in this game. And Astral is potentially something that can save you from a Spirit Breaker charge.
Yeah, Astro would be good for Spirit Breaker charges, and it also sets up torrents early game if they wanted to go that route.
Yeah, that's also true.
Also, no
But
nursing,
it's like
super strict
probably
on
one of the most common counters in lane to OD is Sniper. So you're setting yourself up for a bad mid lane matchup,
unless you have
and
confidence.
sometimes it can. Unless you're going to focus a lot on mid.
Well, they're definitely thinking about it. And Storm Spirit, okay. How do you like the Storm Spirit versus the Sniper matchup?
Not the most lockdown ever from 5 red for the Storm. They have no natural silences.
Yeah.
They're just basically relying on Venge and Spirit Breaker. And they don't even really have anyone who naturally would build into like an Orchid or something like that, or a Sheepstick.
Yeah. best I can think of is like Weaver as a 5th or 6th item, but that's real late.
Yeah, I'd say overall I like Freedom Fight draft here a little bit better.
I'm forced to agree with you. I think that Storm Spirit was actually a pretty solid last pick. Noticing that, I mean, even the lockdown that they do have, there's quite a bit of a wind-up to it. Charge is hardly instant, and Magic Missile is it's not a slow projectile, but it's a projectile nonetheless.
Yeah, both of them you can dodge with Ball Lightning.
Prepare for battle.
Right.
I'm smoking TP out here from Undying. Gonna get these wards out quickly.
Looking for the things.
Seem to not be able to, maybe because it's paused, but I'm pretty sure he placed that so that it's blocking the small camp.
Yep.
You can place that a little bit north so it doesn't block if you just want to get the vision, since it's likely to be dewarded.
Yeah, that almost certainly. In fact, does the box doesn't go up on that cliff, does it? It doesn't.
It does go up on the cliff. You can either block it there if you put it to the south, which it looks like he did. If you put it to the north, it'll be just outside.
Ah. Well, everybody else is also smoked up. Torrent leveled on Kunkka, which is kind of a duh. I can't imagine anything else that you would level up first on a support Kunkka, except maybe X.
Yeah, level 1X, such a small range though.
Yeah.
Even if you have like, I don't know, maybe if you had like Marana Arrow or something.
Then stun naturally picked up for Venge. All pretty normal. Undying, he's looking to block the... I think he's trying to get a low ground ward mid. Yep, there it is. Done, but...
So it looks like they do end up going for this aggro tri-lane.
Yeah, it
with
does.
the Undying Kunkka Lycan. And actually,
2 seconds.
Spear Breaker looks like he'll start out top.
So Brassy's going to be on the solo off lane, or safe lane Sand King. Against double melee, it actually shouldn't be that bad for him.
Yeah. They can't really zone him, and he can basically just apply Caustic to all the creeps and they can't really get near.
The battle
So he should have a great time.
Yep. Tidehunter, he's tanky, but I believe that Caustic is magic, so it doesn't really matter to Sand King that he's got that sick Kraken shell. Yeah. Try versus a dual lane. Sting.
Where's the second ward for Red 5?
Um,
Do you know what?
they have
Let's see
one
it.
up on their safe
Oh, okay,
lane
there it
and
is.
one on the
Yeah,
off lane.
okay. They have a lane ward. One advantage that the Dire side had, since they TP'd out to place their wards, they got to see where setting up and the lane matchups were going to be. I think Red 5 maybe plays this differently if they had seen the aggro tri-lane coming.
Oh yeah.
Now they're going to get this dewarded.
Yep. Solid D ward from Bear, and he actually gives the gold to Lycan. What a bro. Some early gold for him. It'll get him closer to his poor man shield boots, all that good stuff.
And this is a little hard for Weaver now.
Yeah, it definitely is. Big
Oh, the
Torrent.
Torrent just catching revenge.
Is she okay? She looks to be okay. In fact, a stun's going to come out from pictures, and Bear's going to take some damage, but he's undying. He'll be fine. He's got that handy-dandy self. Well, Tidehunter's actually not doing too bad in his lane. 5-1 versus Brassy's just 1.
Yeah, in the very earliest levels, it's caustic damage isn't so high, and especially without the stun. I mean, obviously he has it now, but as Sand King gets the levels, it'll even out a lot for him. So early on, he can just kind of anchor smash and
Charge mid,
kind
but
of
this looks
bully.
pretty risky. In fact, looks like Juktong is just going to take a couple tower shots.
Torrent.
Big torrent.
Oh, not quite there.
So hard to land those level 1 as Kunkka without some sort of setup.
Wouldn't have been a kill anyway, but
Now charge up onto
more
Brassius. He might be in
damage.
some trouble. If he can cancel the charge with his stun, I think he honestly might be fine either way. He's under tower. But we've got quite a few rotations up here. There's the anchor smash and the first hit
hit
bash.
bash.
Which
Then
seems
just trying to get in range.
There's the stun out onto Brassy. Oh, but a 2-man torrent, and Kunkka's going to try to bring down this Tidehunter, but he is tanky. And
Tower just not cooperating. They did a good job of getting it onto the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
And that was swapped again. Edge.
good juggling of the tower aggro, definitely.
And this is where I think if you had a different hero than Lycan in your aggro trialing, you would have got kills early. And then it's them who have to respond to you. And instead it's, you know, they zone the Weaver a little bit to make the lane a bit easier for the Lycan. But it's their supports, the dire supports, who have to end up making the rotations to respond to the Spirit Breaker.
Yep. Spirit Breaker definitely already having an impact. 1 kill on the board. Just for him. And they might try to get something done on this Tidehunter, but he's still just so tanky. And without creeps around to stack up Caustic on, Brassy doesn't do a ton of damage.
Yeah, I don't think they can do anything to him at the moment.
Mid lane, though, is definitely going well for Freedom Fighters. 18-4 versus Sniper 16-7. Sniper, I don't know if he should be doing better or worse against the Storm Spirit. Like, Storm has better base damage, but Sniper's got Shrapnel and doesn't have to be anywhere near Remnants, so I'm not...
Charge coming through on Lycan bottom here. Gets hit by the bugs as well.
He's taken down
And
low.
trying to get over.
There's the
We'll
stun.
get the stun off.
That will be his death sentence almost certainly. Is he going to live here? Oh my god.
He got rid of the bug.
20
Oh,
health.
the courier.
Courier will go down, though.
Oh boy. A little bit late reactions on the dire courier there. Just kind of runs right next to that Spirit Breaker.
Oh, but Lycan actually might get the turnaround
He
kill.
can
He's
charge
all
out
healed
here
up.
though.
Charge out. Nobody's really able to stop it, and in fact, he gets 3 stuns along the way.
The X. It's level 1. It's hard, but the X was the only way they could have stopped that charge out.
Yep.
Unless he just lands a god tier torrent, but
I believe in the Sugoi, Kunkka, don't you?
oh, of course I do.
Although despite several early rotations from Spirit Breaker, it could be definitely going worse for Freedom Fighters. Like, only 1 death so far. Net worth already pretty... For 5 minutes in, it's pretty heavily in favor of Red 5, but nothing insurmountable. Pull back up on the X, but he has a charge in 4 seconds. They've got to get him down real fast, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Yeah, he can leave whenever he wants, and we were just going to pick up some Wolf Gold.
Well, they got some bug gold in return. Call it even.
Offlaners still doing offlane things. We'll see their 6. Oh boy, is that a deny?
I didn't see. Yeah, I don't know. It may have been. I don't think you're attempting to do neutros at level 3 as Conquest board anyway. So
Yeah.
I'd have to imagine.
Probably not. So, got a few.
Unless you're stacking and messed up, I don't know.
So we've got a couple of big cooldowns to look out for. Naturally, we have Tidehunter's Ravage, which will be online in actually right now. Massive. That's whenever he can start actually helping out his team. He's going mech first, not the Blink Dagger, which I don't know about. I understand that mech is just great to have on your team in an early game, but I just love Blink Dagger on Tidehunter so much. But with the Spirit Breaker on his team, I suppose he isn't the only initiation they've got.
Radiant's bottom
And in fact, he's going to pick up a kill on Brassy despite Sugoi coming in to try to help out. And he's going to take some tower shots, but
Yeah,
still.
he did have to commit the Ravage for that, so they won't have to worry about that for a minute and a half. But, I mean, if his plan is to just keep farming up in lane, that's 100% worth it.
Yep.
To get a solo kill there on Sand King.
And got ults out from Storm Spirit so he can start rotating around as well. And they've got to charge up on him, but he has an Invis Rune and Ball Lightning. I don't think they get him.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
In fact, he sensed something was up. Went ahead and popped it. Now, looks like Kunkka's going to be taking the lane for a little bit as Brassy starts to roam around. He has the Tranquil Boot, so he's fast. He can get some stuff done. Level 3 Burrow Strike, not the worst range in the world.
You see a lot of people skip ult on Sand King at level 6, but if you do get it, it's because you want to do what he's trying to do here, which is just walk up to the sniper, stun, and then channel the ult. As long as Venge isn't around, he'll get this channel off, and it'll basically be a kill. But problem is, it's harder now during daytime.
Yep.
The sniper will see him from a mile away.
Yeah, vision, and another nice D-ward from Bear. They saw that, I don't know how they knew that it was up there, but I'll assume that it was very tactical and smart. So, Lycan's farm, for being in an aggro try, could be worse, could be better. He's out farming the Weaver. Tidehunter, though, he has had a very nice lane. He's got assist gold and a kill, plus all of his last hitting. He is, he's doing very well for himself. But they might try to kill him. They have two up here, but I don't think that they see that.
This is a very tough kill.
Yeah, especially with the two there. Now
Oh,
Sugoi
and
might be
it's canceled. The charge cancels the epicenter channel.
That is rough. Now Brassy is
Disastrous.
Oh, there's the tombstone, though. Big torrent onto 2. Going to just keep stacking up those zombies, but it's going to go down only a level. So there's the Ravage. Big damage onto 2. And now Lycan's going to have to pop up his ult. He's going to try to go back in, but I don't see him actually getting anything here.
Kunkka does at least manage to TP out with 40 hit points. It was a good rotation and turnaround, but then when the Tidehunter just pops the Ravage, all goes downhill for Freedom Fighters. I keep wanting to call them Team Freedom.
They are just as good to watch as Team Freedom. Don't worry about it. Ow. So, mid laners haven't really done much, like, outside of their lanes yet, but Sniper, farming up a Storm, he's going for the Maelstrom first.
Sniper pulling quite a bit ahead here.
Yeah, made some aggressive moves.
Would have
Bear, but
been nice maybe to see some stacks in the jungle for the Storm Spirit to clear.
Yeah, Storm Spirit is falling just a bit behind. You generally don't want to see your mid behind an offlaner, but that offlaner does have an AoE clear ability, so these things happen. He might actually be going down here with the stun up from Brassy. He has the buckler, he popped it. There's the charge back, and they're going to try to turn this around. No Ravage for 60, but that might not matter, as Venge is trying to get in range for something, but they will find it onto the Undying. Another double stun from Brassy and then the Sandstorm, but they have some sort of vision. Now Storm Spirit's coming in. He wants some kills. Jukton, he is
Oh, his
tanky.
mana just gets enough mana.
Just going down. Mango from...
This would be a big kill if they can get this Tide.
He brings them all down real low, but Venge is not the hero that can actually clean that up. They would need Weaver up there to try to help out. Still, though, definitely well done from Freedom Fighters. Big gold swing for them, and exactly what they need to start taking this game back into their favor.
Yeah, things were really struggling for them up until that point. It was the first real good fight that they've had. One they desperately needed is Kunkka tries to get a 6 here in bot lane.
Yep. 6 for Kunkka will be another big one. Great counter initiation. Keeps everybody alive with that rum and mid fight. Storm's gonna ball out, but damn, this Lycan
Ooh.
wants this sniper. Ravage comes out to save him, and I think that that's definitely worth. Immediate smoke up, not entirely sure
Gonna
why.
get Storm Spirit as well.
And then there's the ult.
Oh,
It might
can they get the Undying?
If they do, that would be huge. Still, though, he's got Decay, and that is hard. There's the Anchor Smash, though, from Pigpen, and he is going to be okay.
Wow.
Now Sugoi is going to try to maybe do something, but it's hard. Doesn't even have to X the sniper back to get the torrent off.
Yeah, that was a little weird. But without the mana for the boat, there's just no way
Yep.
anything's really happening there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Eber is, he's just been farming. Doing well. He's got the completed Dragon Lance in his stash, or it will be completed as soon as he gets it. And Circlet for, I'm guessing, Wand. Then he'll be going into the Lincolns. What is Lincoln's for here? Vortex, Burrow Strike, Soul Rip.
Huh,
think
I
that's
just
it.
got disconnected.
You did?
Yeah.
No. Well, try to fix that.
Yes, I hit the reconnect button.
It's not too much trouble. Viper's thought about channeling up the ultimate onto, I think, a wolf. Doesn't go for it. And Storm Spirit's now going to move to the jungle so that he can try to get some farm up. He's going to be working on that Bloodstone, which might be what he needs to get back into this, but I don't know. Bloodstone whenever you're behind almost feels weird to me. Like, too risky. If you're already dying, and
Yeah,
not
but
getting
you
kills,
can't play Storm without Bloodstone.
you would think that, but
You
recently
like
did a
really
replay
can't.
cast where he didn't. And he actually didn't do terribly. Didn't win, obviously, because he didn't have a Bloodstone, but still not terribly. And now Weaver's going to be... Weaver getting stuff done. Just all the cores farming up. Freedom Fighters, I think that Red 5 know that they don't have to be the ones that make the move here. They have Weaver and Sniper and Venge that all scale very well into the late game. And they're already ahead, so why not just sit back and farm for a bit?
Yeah, I guess. I still would have liked to see them get some aggressive wards out and look for heroes that are split up from their team, utilize that Spirit Breaker.
Well, I mean,
Right now, their vision is almost non-existent.
yeah, Venge has 2 wards now. We'll probably be looking to put him down on this top tower. And I'm guessing that this is going to be a push, but the real question is, will they get it before this Lycan, now in full split push mode, gets his down first? They find Grassy. He's going to be stunned up. Swap used for some reason while Jugton already had Soul going, and then there's
They
the
do have
dust
the
that brings him
dust.
down. It's around 200
Very
gold.
close to
going
not
Weaver.
needing. Oh, that's their sentry. Yeah. So no response from Team Freedom. They're willing to just let that go. Happily take the bottom tier 1.
Yep. I think that that's kind of what you need to do as a Lycan whenever you're having a rough time. Just go for the split push. You have wolves, you've got your lovely aura. Team Fighters looks like they're going to be pressuring mid tier 1 as well. Mid towers are pretty important, but don't think that Red 5 standing by are going to try to defend it. They just want this tier 2.
The problem here for Freedom Fighters that they really need the Sand King Link to be able to fight.
They're setting...
Well, they're going to go for it anyway.
Tidehunter's in a perfect position for a Ravage. Unfortunately, the rest of his team kind of isn't. There's the
Here comes
Shark,
the-
and a pig onto 2, but the Ravage comes out right at the exact same time. Brassy gets a lovely stun on Kunkka. There's the pull onto Sniper, and oh, the Torrent just barely stops everything from going down. Lycan, ult is up. Swap again used. I'm still not entirely sure why. And overall, seems like a
Radiant's middle tower
It would be a positive trade for Freedom Fighters, but they still lost the tower, which I'm not sure if it shows the tower gold in the recap, because it's saying that Freedom Fighters actually gained gold in that. And now it's looking like, oh my god, the bashes were almost there. Remaster almost dying to a solo Spearbreaker. But he should be okay.
Honestly, I think that's completely fine for Freedom Fighters. That tower is basically dead anyway. I didn't think they were quite in a position to be able to fight, and I thought that went actually a lot better than it could have. Considering they didn't have Blink, Sand King didn't have ults either, for that matter. Boat was pretty much only hitting on Tide. Didn't die before he got Ravage off.
Yeah.
A lot of the tools are definitely in Red 5's favor. So for them to come out essentially even in the fight, even if they did lose the tower, I think is completely fine for them.
Yep. Getting some talents coming out here. We were picking up damage, and there's a big old shark, but they don't get it. In fact, the charge is out, and he dodges the stun. Ball in, though, will finish him off, and Remaster gets the last hit. Almost amazingly well played from good friend Juktong.
It looked like Spearbreaker placed a ward down there and then got a little greedy and tried to walk up bounty, but Freedom was just kind of waiting there for him.
Yep. Still, though, Sniper is still farming amazingly, top of the net worth, followed by Weaver and Tidehunter. They're definitely playing the farm game, and they've got it.
Caught Tide here out.
He's caught out, doesn't have Ravage for 18, but he's just going to try to get out, and I think he can.
He got
there's the X. He's going to come right back. But, you know what? He's still hard.
It takes such a commitment. It's 4 heroes going on in.
5. Tidehunter versus the
defend.
world. Well, space created. That's all that you can say if you're Tidehunter at that point. I mean, during that time, Weaver gets several waves to himself for no reason. And whenever you do have to commit by people like that, your farm just slows down so much, because now you actually have to spread out again to...
Yeah, and it slows down even more, because like 3 people have to walk back to base to heal, because he did so much damage to them while they're...
Yeah. Tidehunter really having an impact, but that kill does bring Storm and Lycan up to the 3rd and 4th positions on net worth, so they're starting to make a bit of a comeback.
It was also just after Bloodstone was completed for Storm to 13 charges now.
Oh, that is good. We'll be going for the Orchid next. Very, very good pickup. Honestly, any of the heroes on... Anybody except for, I'm going to say, Sniper are amazing Orchid targets right now. Speaking of Orchid targets, Weaver, he's going to be okay. Looked like they might be trying to get something done in this top lane, but... Man.
So with the blink now done on Sand King, it's possible for Freedom Fighters to think about starting to take some team fights. Oh, they have Tidehunter here.
Yep, it's going to be
I don't
rough.
think they have any follow-up though.
I think that they just remember how much it took to kill him the last time. Oh, there's the charge in. They want to go in on this, though. Shark comes out, stuns 2, but Ravage is up, and it is used beautifully onto 3. But Epicenter
There's Sand King out.
kills 2, and now Sniper looks to be going down as well. Red 5 standing by. Have to... They gotta get out. Geo, he's looking for something.
It's real hard to take the Weaver here.
Yeah. It's going to be even harder once he has Blinkets up. Might get the Vortex off. Does he have it up? 1 second on cooldown. Unfortunately.
Even if he does, they're not killing him and he's time-lapse.
Yeah.
So that was great first usage of that Blink Epi from the Sand King.
Yep.
It looked like it may be another one of those fights where the Ravage gets off and they just don't have the damage to take anyone down, but the Sand King, a 2-man Blink Burrow Epi, providing the damage that they needed to get some important kills for them. Still on the back foot, but I think they were like 6,000 plus down before that fight.
Yeah.
And now they've taken it to 4,000.
Yeah, I think best we saw was actually around 7,500 in favor of Red 5, so The swing is there. Jesus kind of just runs past Weaver, but I think they have to take a live and let live approach to it. Like, neither of these targets are really going to die to each other, but there's the charge in. X onto Venge. He's going to be looking for something. There's Tombstone placed, slowing down some people, and the Shark. Stuns too, but they're just going to take
it's more of a
Tombstone
disengaging boat.
Yep.
Let them run away.
They're just going to take the Tombstone gold and be happy with it. Or maybe not. They might want something. Ravd is down, so if they want to take a fight, it's going to have to be... It's going to be a little bit rough.
Lycan can get his ult off here.
I don't think he even
to.
needs it. He actually might be trying to fight here. Armlet toggling is hard with the bug on you, though. There's the swap back. Big torrent, but it's not enough. Now, Remster is going to come in. He's going to get just blown up. He has to run away.
Sand King channeling his ult.
Yep, he's looking for it. There's the blink in and the stun. Geo gets the time lapse
Gets the
off.
time lapse off.
Still, though, Spearbreaker for Lycan. Pretty good trade for Red 5, even though they're ahead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
But then there's the tier 2 that drops.
I felt like I know there's a bit of a cast point to it, but it seemed like there was a time for him to get his ult off. I think he thought what you thought, that he could just walk away, but there wasn't really like a boat available or something to force them to stop chasing the Lycan.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a pause here as people have frame rate settings, and yeah, I recall people being upset about this a while ago, and it's actually something that can be changed in the Valve added a setting where it automatically has your maximum frame rate set to 60, and nobody on Reddit is happy about it. Well, it appears that we are good to go. So, while Team Freedom have managed to stem the bleeding for now, definitely can't deny.
See, you did it too.
What?
You called him Team Freedom.
Oh, damn it. Alright. While Freedom Fighters have managed to stem the bleeding, you still can't deny that Red 5 do have the better map control right now. Only,
For sure.
Yeah.
And they're getting a charge in on this Kunkka.
Might be rough. He already used Torrent. It's down for 6. There's the snipe, and with the Nether Strike, he's gone. Nice easy pickoff from them. The exact kind of things that we need to keep going for this game. Stun onto Venge. Pretty sure that she's dead here, unless this... well, there's a swap, but it's not going to be enough. Even with swap, you just aren't getting away from the Lycan.
That kill on Kunkka, though, should at least alert them to the fact that there's a ward there. The problem is that there's like 4 spots it could be that can cover that ancient camp, so we'll see if they try to de-ward.
Yep. Lincoln Sphere complete on Geo. He's going to be looking for the Deso next, and that's whenever the Weaver starts outputting the scary damage. Shreds through the squishier supports like... Well, honestly, got 4 Strength Heroes and a Storm Spirit, so nobody's really squishy for this Weaver, but...
Yeah, and plus the Solar Crest on Undying.
He does have one of those. Be picking up his Arcane soon, too. Nice mana for the rest of his team.
Double damage on this Weaver. He wants to do something here.
He's going to dodge the bugs. And, oh, well, charge coming out. This is going to be... Yeah, canceled it. Didn't think you would want to complete that. But they're all 5 here, and they might be wanting to take this last tier 2 before they try to make any sort of pressure towards high ground.
Radiant's top tower.
I believe we're going to see an Echo Saber Tidehunter.
Oh boy. Really? Oh, it's
yes.
coming. It's going to be great. This guy wants to right click, and I respect that. Still, though,
It's a
they've
very
got
tough defense. Freedom Fighters.
Yeah, they've got a sniper.
And with Lycan just farming in the woods, doesn't look like they're going to commit to it.
Yep.
Well, they do glyph.
Yeah, not sure if that was really communicated or anything, because, well, they aren't going to keep pushing, but... Oh, in fact, Jukong's going to cancel the TP. Now Lycan has to ult to try to get out, but the bashes are there. Nether Strike is up if they want to go for it. They will, and the Assassinate, lots of damage coming out, but is he fast enough? He is not. One final bash, and Weaver right-clicks. And then the applause from Kunkka. Even he has to appreciate a good gank.
Little bit greedy there. He knows that they were basically S5 at the top tier 2 and then went somewhere else, and he just like walks to the mid lane and shows when there's a Spirit Breaker that can charge you.
Yeah, and now no Lycan, no Howl to defend. Like, they don't actually have to make any real moves here though. They have a sniper. Slow siege is best siege. And with a Spirit Breaker to frontline, ooh, Electric Vortex used on the Lincoln Sphere. There's the Epicenter channeled up. Burrow Strike onto one, but Time-Lapse comes off, and now Brassy, he's going to be taken down, and most likely Storm Spear goes onto the back
So many zombies everywhere, though.
Yeah. Value Tombstone. But already half its duration
The
used.
whole at least.
Okay. That is one way to escape the zombies. Just got to charge away from them. And
A
looks
little
like
bit unlucky for Sand King there. The only catch is the Weaver, like the worst possible target.
So they know that Epicenter is down, they know that Tombstone is down, and they know that Boat is down. Perfect time to take Roche, and that's what they do.
They walked under vision, but not going to attempt for the big plays from Storm here.
Now between Lincoln's and Time-Lapse and the Aegis, this Weaver is pretty damn unkillable.
Oh, Kunkka.
Torrent does come out, so Spirit Breaker doesn't get the follow-up, but there it is, and he's most likely dead. Final right-click brings him down.
I send you beyond this plane.
And the bleeding has definitely started up again, as Red 5 nearly in a 10k gold lead.
Yeah, this is kind of what I meant about how playing Spirit Breaker against Spirit Breaker changes how you have to play. Just
Swap
get so
out
punished.
Don't know if Storm Spirit is the most value swap target. I feel like he has a tool that allows him to undo that pretty easily. But
Yeah, with no silencer or anything. Never going to be a kill.
in fact, it looks like Finn is going to be going for a whole bunch of stuff that isn't a silence. In fact, don't think anybody on the team is really planning on going for an Orchid next item.
So far, it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, it really hasn't. They don't necessarily need to care about the kills. They have the pushing power, and that's what they're working with. They just take the tier 3, and now they're going to get shrines, even more map control for them.
Storm Spirit, though, is going for the Ags. So they may be looking for like the huge Wombo combo where he zips in, gets like 4 or 5 man vortex into a boat, into an epi.
Oh, I wanted this so badly, but I dare not dream. Are we going to have the electric black hole and epicenter boat Tombstone? It's going to be amazing.
Requires a lot of coordination and anticipation because of how long boat takes.
Yeah.
And even epicenter you have to channel too. So you have to kind of do it right before Storm says he goes, and you have to like, I don't know. It's really hard to pull off, but it could be sick if they do it.
I believe in it. Well, now that the Aegis still has a while to go before it's going to expire, so might be seeing some more pushing coming out. Weaver does have the Desolator, so just more and more pushing power all the time.
Even just taking the shrines here is big advantage. The map control they already have feels really unsafe for anyone on Freedom Fighters to be out and about when you know that they could have wards anywhere in the jungle. There's no safe place to TP if you get caught out, and of course there's a Spirit Breaker.
Yep.
So you can see all 5 of them kind of huddling near their base, trying to wait for creeps to come for them.
Yeah, so the Storm Spirit did manage to luck into the one place where there isn't jungle vision for Red 5, but Jukton was about to discover him. Thankfully, he just balled back into base.
And still 2 minutes or so with this Aegis.
Yep.
And I'm not sure that Freedom Fighters can really do anything about this.
They're going to try
big Ravage.
Ravage onto 5. Tombstone is dropped before the Undying dies, but no Epicenter channeled. Now, Sniper is going to be gone on in the back lines from the Lycan and the Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit goes down. Lycan is looking like he's looking pretty rough too with the Deso, but he's going to be able to run away. But you can't run away from the Charge Man, or what did kill him? That was
He Armoit toggled with bugs on him, I think?
No,
or an
like-
urn on him, or something on him?
It had to have been Urn, because, like, Spearbreaker got the kill. That's why I was confused. And even if Undying doesn't have Tombstone for 30 seconds, like, their only thing left really is Epicenter, and that will be up.
Oh no, Storm!
Is Storm with another death, but immediately buys back, and they know that they've got to get out. They're kind of running low. Storm goes in again, though. Maybe just a little bit risky, as Undying dies back, and so does
my.
Storm. Boat onto 1, though. Now
And
Sugoi is
they're
going to be
calling it.
pumped down. Yep, good game called.
Is under attack. Radiant
Well played by Red 5. We will have game 2 for you pretty soon. Waiting screen duck.
Waiting screen duck.
Yep. Although I think I might just cut the stream, so it's going to be like a 10-minute wait, something.
Oh, great.
I'll just cut audio.